All right, kids, so I'm gonna get into it here. We just finished our walk around the outside of the zoo. I did the right side, like I said, and now I'm gonna put my mask on and head on into the zoo. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about my walk earlier, and we'll go adventure around and see the animals. So let's hang out, let's do it. Let's stay physically active and take a walk around the zoo. Here we go. All right, so the first animals I came across were some goats. Don't want to touch them because they might bite me, but hey, let's check it out. They're hanging out, enjoying some sun and nice warm weather. In the back, you can see there's a cow hanging out. Let's keep going. See how far we can go. All right, so we just passed some camels, and now we're on the back trail. As you can see, there's some one-way signs. They want everybody going in the same direction, just to keep everybody safe. I also have my mask on, and I'm up on the trail, walking towards the back of the zoo. Now, as you can see, on this side of me, I have some white deer. All right, not like the regular deer that we see in the back of our woods, maybe at your house or in the park, but there are some deer that are all white. Some with some brown spots, but white deer. All right, and then on this side of me over here, check it out, we got some llamas. Back there behind the shed, you can see some llamas. They're just hanging out. Looks like he's getting ready to maybe take a nap. There's the llama right there. And let's keep on walking, see what else is back here. All right, guys, so I stopped. Not every time when I come out to the zoo do I get to see the lions, but here they are. The male has the big mane, and the female, she's got that shorter coat, but they're just hanging out, enjoying the sun. And it's nice to get out here and see something a little bit different. They're all kind of hanging out, looking for their food, waiting for their shelters to be cleaned right now. The zoo workers are really doing a good job right now, keeping it really clean. So I don't get to see that very often, but they are definitely waiting for something. And as you can see, he's keeping an eye on me. That big male lion right there, he's making sure that I'm not coming near his territory, but he's pretty awesome. All right, kids, so it's not only about how fast I walk, it's also about what I see along my walk. So I don't want to walk too fast because I'll miss some of the things, but you always want to take your time. So I'm just here doing it for the distance. I want to see how far it takes me to get back to where I want to go. And it's not about how fast I get there, but about how long I go. So mileage is going to be my important thing, not my time, because I stopped for a little bit to watch the lions. They were getting their breakfast and they were getting taken care of. So something you don't get to see every day or every time you come to the zoo. So get out there, check it out, and don't forget, it's important to see things along the way, not just rush through it for your distance. All right, so as you can see, I've actually gotten onto the path for going back into the safari, and I'm gonna see how far back into the woods that goes. It's gonna loop around past the giraffes and the zebras and all that and bring me back out to where I started. So let's keep walking, enjoy the views. I'm enjoying this nice weather. That's all that's important. But again, this is a great way to get part of my 150 minutes for my physical activity each week. And you guys can do this, it's free, it's fun, and you get to see some stuff that you don't always get to see. So here we go, keep on at it. made it back to the safari trail, and I've made it back to the gazebo, which is the furthest point on the safari trail. And from the beginning to where I am now is about 0.46 miles, so almost half a mile. So I'm assuming by the time I walk back to the front of the zoo where I started, I'm going to be about a mile walk. This is great physical activity. Now again, I'm not worried about my time, because my time is I'm stopping and looking at the animals, because I am around feeding time, so I get to see some really cool stuff that I don't usually get to see when I come later in the day to the zoo, like when I came to do the Frisbee golf lesson. So I want to enjoy that, and I want to enjoy the nice weather, so I'm taking my time on this walk, and I'm mostly concerned about how far I'm going and not how fast I'm doing it. So again, great way to get 150 minutes of physical activity, just coming out here and walking around looking at the animals, being on your feet, staying active, and getting out there and staying healthy. So let's continue on our walk, and I'll get you at the end of the trail and tell you how far I actually went. Here we go. Got the zebras back here eating their breakfast. Maybe it's lunch, I'm not sure. You know, I'm mid-morning, so I'm not sure if they get fed first thing in the morning like when we eat breakfast, or if they wait a little bit longer in the day. So again, I'm out here checking it out, seeing the animals be really active right now, and getting fed and taken care of. All right, kids, so I just got out of the zoo. I left through the exit that they kind of guide you out of, but it's exactly 1 mile to walk around and see all the areas that you're allowed to go to right now. They kind of like weave you in and out of certain things, like the reptile exhibit's closed, and some of the other areas that you can normally walk to make it a little bit longer. But 1 mile walk is really good for staying physically active and getting out there and enjoying the nice weather and doing something different than you normally would. So get out there, come to the zoo on a nice day, take a walk through the park, see the animals. And I suggest coming early like I am right now, because the earlier you are, the more active the animals are going to be. You're going to see them eating and doing things like that. I got to see the otter being fed, and he was kind of swimming around more than I usually get to see, and he's one of my favorite animals at the zoo. So get out here, check it out right here at the Cape May County Zoo, and stay active. All right, kids, now that I'm out of the zoo, I got to walk back to where I parked my truck. So that's probably about another quarter mile walk back to my truck. So again, I'm getting my physical activity, making sure there's no cars coming. I don't want to get hit by any cars. But making sure that I'm staying physically active, doing something I love, getting outside, enjoying the nice weather, and using that to get my 150 minutes of physical activity each week is all that you guys can do to stay active. I know you guys are all playing sports and doing those types of things and already are active, but to add a little extra, do something fun, do something different, the zoo's always a great place to go. It's not too far from Upper Township, and it's not too far from where I live. That's why it's a great thing to use and utilize to get your 150 minutes of physical activity. So that's it for this lesson. I'll catch you guys next time. We're gonna do some circuit training here in a minute, do some jumping jacks, things like that. So stay active, stay healthy, get your 150 minutes a week, and I will see you next time.